Hi, third graders. Yesterday, we talked about how to make predictions. We started to talk about it and think about it, but today I want to dive in on predictions and I want to really talk about how to make those predictions the strongest that they can be. We are still building that reading life. It's something that we will be doing for a while. There's so many different aspects to building a strong reading life. Let's recap. We learned how to make a prediction yesterday, and today we are going to learn how to make a great prediction. We're going to look at some more components and think about how to make that prediction great. Today I want to teach you that to make a prediction great, readers have to be specific. The predictions do not only tell what is most likely to happen later in the story, but how it's going to happen as well. So we aren't just saying a statement that we think will happen. You're not just saying, I think Ray is going to love art. You're saying more about it. You are going to say how he grows, and you're going to say more about how that happens and how he gets to love being an artist or whatever your prediction might be. You have to say why, and you have to support that prediction with clear evidence. Let's look at this anchor chart more closely. Readers understand a story by predicting what will happen next based on what has already happened. We covered that yesterday. Today I want to look more closely at what you know about how stories tend to go and empathizing with other characters. Let's talk about empathizing first. What is empathy anyways? I'm so excited that I get to talk to you about this. It is so important to me as well as helpful to you as a reader, so let's dive in a little bit. Empathy is one of those things that we talk about, and we call it a life skill. You're great students, and being empathetic will make you a great reader, but being empathetic will make you a great person as well. I want to show you a video to start off our conversation on empathy.
Everybody has feelings or emotions, happy, sad, proud, angry. But everyone doesn't always feel the same way about the same things. It's important that we learn to understand and care about what others might be feeling. Let me tell you about the time I was hanging with a friend of mine. It was summer, I was at the beach with my new boogie board right next to me. I was so excited, I couldn't hide it, but my friend's eyes had widened. His face was pale and his hands were shaking. I walked over, I wanted more information. Are you okay? You seem upset. I want to make sure that you're all set. He said, I'm afraid to swim. I tried to imagine what it was like for him. I was excited, but he seemed like he didn't want the water past his knees. Well, I like swimming, but I'm afraid of bees, cause a bumblebee once stung me. I said, I know what it's like to be scared. Instead of swimming, let's go play over there. You can bury me in the sand. And he really liked that plan. Oh man. I got empathy. If you need a friend, you can count on me. I put myself in other people's shoes to understand their thoughts and their moods. I got empathy. If you need a friend, you can count on me. I put myself in other people's shoes to understand their thoughts and their moods. I was playing tag at recess. Leah's usually the fastest, but I noticed something different. She was running slow like a turtle that's limping. She'd been pouting for an hour, making a face like she ate something sour. I was having fun, but Leah was not. I tried to say, but she turned away. It was kind of rude, but then I thought, when I'm upset, sometimes it's hard to talk. So I took a step back. She turned and said, I'm just sad. My dog ran away. He's missing. I looked at Leah and I listened. I put myself in her shoes and thought, losing a dog you love must hurt a lot. I said, I'm so sorry. I'd be sad too. Is there anything I can do to help you? Leah said, let's go on the swing. And so we did. Now let's sing. I got empathy, I got empathy. If you need a friend, you can count on me. I put myself in other people's shoes to understand their thoughts and their moods. I got empathy, I got empathy. If you need a friend, you can count on me. I put myself in other people's shoes to understand their thoughts and their moods.
So, friends, empathy is not feeling bad for somebody, that's sympathy. Empathy is understanding what they're feeling because maybe you felt it too, or it's recognizing what they are feeling. Super important. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, Miss Bryce, how does this connect to reading? Well, if you have empathy for a character in a story, you can understand what they are experiencing better, and therefore your prediction can be more specific. So just because the story is fiction doesn't mean that you can't connect to Ray. Ray has the qualities of a real person. Ray could be one of your classmates. We can relate to Ray and therefore understand what he might do a little bit better and make a better prediction. This helps us make a prediction that is more real and based off of real feelings. It's more based off of Ray or whatever it might be or whoever it might be when you're making that prediction. Let's think about that other point on our anchor chart. Predicting what will happen next based on what you know about how stories tend to go. When we think about the structure of stories, there are a lot of specific things, but you can draw information based off of stories that you know. A lot of stories have a happy ending. You might think about that when you are making your prediction. You might also think about the ups and downs that happen in a story to get to that happy ending. You might be thinking, oh, I know something else exciting has to happen in this story. Maybe that will affect or impact your prediction. These things lead us to be specific. And again, our point today is that a really good prediction is specific. It's kind of like what we expect from the weatherman. We don't expect the weatherman to just tell us whether it's going to be hot or cold tomorrow or whether it's going to be rainy or sunny. We expect the exact temperature or a temperature that's close. We expect if it will rain, if it will snow, if it will be windy, and we expect how it's happening. They use fancy terms like pressure systems, storms, the weather Doppler radar. We don't expect them to just tell us whether it's hot or cold. We want the specifics. It's the same with the prediction. We don't want to just know what's happening, but why you think so, and why you think that's going to happen, and how it's going to happen. This might sound like a lot, but when you go to make a prediction, you're thinking about everything you know from your story. You're going to take what you know into consideration, and it will make your prediction easier. This will make your prediction easier to come to because you're not just grasping at random ideas and you're not just making something up. You're basing your prediction off of things that you know. Your specific prediction.